Hello everybody, Ckixy here, and today we have a little bit of a strange episode. So, what I did is, instead of building the materials that I made for the spawner, I completely remade my forge, and thankfully I recorded it all, but I was watching videos and listening to music at the time because it was like a 4-hour project, so I wasn't narrating whatsoever. So today's episode is going to be kind of a highlight slash time lapse of the build over there. But before we get into the time lapse, I wanted to show you guys around and show you what I've done differently to it and all the improvements I've done to it. So let's I missed my storage facility. Okay, so as you can see up here, our ore production is actually going pretty well. I've gotten at least 2 stacks on almost everything except for shiny metal and gold. And then we got quite a bit of diamonds and then a few other things. So what was happening is, if you remember my previous forge, you could see this is my new one. It looks a little crazy. I really like how it has like a stair shape to it and almost looks like a real foundry. So my previous build, you could remember the first layer was here, and then the second forge was up here. And then what happened is that was only for the that was only to generate the gravel, and then I wanted to double it, and I was actually doubling it. I got it all the way. I basically completely copied it and built a second one above it for purely dust, and I wanted dust for like glowstone dust and all that. And so I basically just completely doubled this, and it was taking so much resources, so much room, and it just didn't look all that great. So I thought, why not just remove it and completely rework the system. So what I have done here is, if you remember my previous one, I had to separate the ores because I was worried about them combining. Now, that was sort of an irrational fear because that's not true whatsoever. Basically, the ores, once they melt down, they get pulled out of the system so fast that the chances of them actually combining is basically slim to none, because what has to happen is the 2 ores have to get put into the system at exactly the same time, or they have different smelting times, so they have to be put in at the same time that they would melt at exactly the same time. And then they have to have the random chance to get pulled out of the system into one of the tier 2 ores before they get pulled into one of the other tiered ores. And so basically, like I said, there's the chance of them actually combining is almost nothing. But I did actually build a backup system that would pull them out just in case that did happen. So you can see I have aluminum, brass, invar, and over here is electrum. But like I said, the chances are basically nothing. And then over here I have all the other ores. So I have 6 ores over on that side, 3 ores on that side, and that's all I need. And then over here I have doubled up the sieves. Yeah, they're sieves, right? Okay, so I have a dust one and I have a gravel one on that side. And then if we come back here, I actually almost doubled my lava gen, and the reasoning for that is because I'm actually pumping lava out into all the, like I said, liquid energy is what I'm calling it, but it's actually just a fluid duct filled with lava that I could use for other stuff. And then this is the other thing that I reworked. This is my new forge area, or I don't know what these are called, smelteries. Yeah, that's right. So this is my new smeltery area. This one is purely for making seared bricks. This one will passively generate seared bricks, and over here you can see I have cobble, and this guy produces extra cobble, and that will go all the way around and into this system. So like I said, I have a passive seared brick generator here. And then I have a smeltery completely open for me to use. And this is more for like things like liquid ender. Then I can make endstone over here if I wanted to, or other things, whatever I really want to make. So that's actually very nice to have, because before all my all my smelteries were being used up at the moment. Another thing over here is that I have this guy who produces cobble. This one produces gravel and sand. This guy produces sand and dust, and then this guy produces dust. So basically, any extra gravel that is not being put into this system will go into this guy here, and then that would dump off into the sieve. So that's my gravel production, and then this guy, whatever he makes, he dumps into this guy. So all those are being used up, and it's very nice. And yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's all the updates I've gotten. So I hope you enjoy the time lapse. I guess I'll sign off here and let you all enjoy the building of this guy. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.